for their first year. And it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of people collaborating to get the foundation straight. And oftentimes you don't have that luxury, and before you can grow it, there's not a solid start to it, so it ends up dying out. And because you kind of have to cultivate and inform and remind people that this is an option, and there's definitely going to be an audience there. It's just, can you make that transition into it becoming something that is a regular thing that they're thinking about? Oh, it's April, Chattanooga Film Fest again. And one thing that I noticed, or my personal opinion on it, is that the foundation is super strong on this one. It's running not like a first-year festival. And so that being there the way that it is, and being the locations that you picked, the environment is like target rich for growing a really good, great film festival. And in addition to that, the program lineup is super impressive to me. It's all movies that I want to see, or that I've been lucky enough to get to see, like Pat's movie. Like, it's getting to play those things here creates sort of a diversified group of cinephiles that are going to be into experiencing the movies, and most importantly, for the growth of the festival, the conversations that happen afterwards. And so far, that seems to be really strong and pretty impressive to be going out for the first year. Important as the amount of creative freedom that it gives us and allows us to find an audience anywhere, because now people can watch it wherever they are. They don't have to try to drive 75 miles and hunt to a theater. So festivals augment that strongly, and they raise awareness, and they also sort of help reinstill the concept of community for film culture. You know, so I've been making movies for 10 years, and I think that I've shot 2 of them in Los Angeles. It's great to go to regional places to make movies because, like, specifically in the case of like this part of Tennessee and Georgia where I'm from, you have everything there. Geographically speaking, you can shoot almost any kind of movie you want there. Then when there's solid incentives, you can get a core group of people from different places in there, and you can also help out local economy because you can hire people who are craftsmen who have a skill set. Like when I first was leaving Atlanta, there are all these people that wanted to do things. You know, there are people that want to grip movies, that want to work on building sets, but they're working in coffee shops because it's so infrequent that a job will come through that's available to them. But with us going more regional with filmmaking on this sort of lower price point, it allows people that are local to those areas to now make a living wage doing specifically the craft of telling stories. And it just helps everybody. It helps the local economy, it helps those people, and it also raises an awareness and an interest from the people that worked on them into watching movies and sort of developing their palette about the sort of things that they want to see. Well, hello. On that note.
Birdman. In Chattanooga, Tennessee, we know how to whistle.
You know, I've lived in LA for 16 years, and it's changed. I mean, it used to be the place that you did have to live in New York or LA to do it. And it certainly was true then. I mean, I made my living for a decade being guest star on television series, which is how I made my money. But any significant breakthrough in my career has been on one of these smaller films in a larger role that I've shot outside of, I mean, Cheap Thrills is the only film that I've done actually in LA. Like, you know, we did The Innkeepers in Connecticut. We did Great World of Sound in Charlotte, North Carolina. We did Compliance in Brooklyn. So, like, in New Jersey. So, you know, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, I guess you can make your living and there still is a community there, but yeah, we don't make stuff there as much anymore, and it's kind of refreshing in a way because, like, it's home base for me too because I've been there for so long. But I like a location gives you something to work with. Like a different place makes your job easier somehow. I think being in that hotel in Connecticut, for example, or being, you know, on location out somewhere, you know, out of the country or whatever, like, lends itself to not being on a sound stage, you know, or in front of a blue screen or whatever, green screen.
You're focused more on that one specific thing.
Yeah, you're also away from everything else too. Yeah, it's like camp. We said that was like camp when we did Innkeepers. Like, we stayed in the hotel. We also shot there and ate every meal there, and we never left. So, like, it's immersive. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So obviously, all of our food is here, and we need to refuel a little bit. Are there questions that y'all feel free if there's any banter that you feel like would be appropriate for the online? Yeah, a little celebrity banter as you eat your oysters. The